A very good afternoon to all the participants in the second session of day 6 of our 1 week faculty development program on the topic strengthening academic excellence faculty development program for the outcome based new B.Pharm syllabus. On behalf of Bharat Technology, myself Supradeep Mondal, Associate Professor, Bharat Technology, welcome the eminent speaker for this session, Dr. Himanshu Shekhar Maji, sir. Before going to the mainstream presentation, I'd like to introduce today's speaker with you all. Dr. Himanshu Shekhar Maji is currently serving as the principal of Turku Hasda Lapsa Hemram Mahavidyalaya. He is a distinguished academician and administrator with vast experience in pharmaceutical education, leadership, and research. Previously, he worked as professor in pharmaceutical chemistry at the Department of Pharmaceutical Technology, JIS University, Kolkata, and served as the Deputy Director of Pharmacy of JIS Group Educational Initiatives, where he oversaw academic and administrative reforms across 5 pharmacy institutions. Dr. Maji has held several key leadership positions, including Dean Academics, JIS University, and head of the Department Pharmaceutical Technology. He also served as principal of Bengal School of Technology. Throughout his career, he has made significant contribution toward implementing NEP 2020 based academic changes and strengthening pharmacy education at institutional and policy levels. He has been a member of several statutory bodies and committees such as Board of Studies, DSC, IQAC, IIC, and the Selection Committee, and has served as an examiner in pharmacy subjects in multiple reputed universities across India. A life member of IPA, APTI, and IPGA, Dr. Maji has actively contributed to the advancement of the profession and welfare of teachers. He has received several prestigious awards, including Excellence in Pharmaceutical Education and Research in Jadavpur University 2024, JIS Innovation Awards in between 2022 to 2025, and the Best Researcher Awards in 2021. He also holds the CMI Level 5 certificate in Management and Leadership. Dr. Maji's research interests include pharmaceutical chemistry and spectral interpretation. He has nearly 60 research publications, 10 book chapters, 2 patents, and 68 paper presentations in different national and international forums. He has guided 41 postgraduate and 14 research scholars, demonstrating his strong mentorship and research leadership. He has also coordinated international conferences, served as a resource person in different FDP programs, worked as reviewer and editorial board member for reputed journals. With expertise spanning academic administration, regulatory compliance like AICT, PCI, UGC, in faculty development and research promotions, industry academic collaborations, and student mentorship, Dr. Maji continues to play a significant role in shaping pharmaceutical education in India. Sir, I welcome you all on behalf of Bharat Technology. The stage is yours. You can present. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir, absolutely audible.
And my screen is visible. I have a problem with the camera, but I believe that my screen is visible to you all.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Very good.
Sir, it will be better if you make it full screen, if it is possible, sir.
Yeah, I have made it. Is it full screen now?
Yes, yes, yes.
So thank you, Supradeep, for an elaborate introduction of mine. It will be an 1 hour session. I hope to finish it within 45 minutes or so. And I love to interact with the participants as soon as I finish the session. I'll request the participant to please write up any questions if you are encountering during my session. And First of all, I would like to thank the organizers, Bharat Technology, especially the principal, dynamic principal, Dr. Biplab Devnath, for giving me an opportunity to talk in front of the budding teachers regarding the role of faculty members in the changing scenario of B.Pharm curriculum as per NEP 2020. Uh, Today's session will consist of the key syllabus changes. Of course, many of us are aware about the things. I'll talk about faculty responsibilities in NEP syllabus, faculty training and development, competencies required for the teachers, and how we can design experimental learning for students, education in context, role and responsibilities of the teachers, and final tips and takeaways. And I'll conclude with a little bit of question and answer session. To start with, pharmacy teachers play a pivotal role in implementing the NEP aligned B.Pharm curriculum, focusing on multidisciplinary, skill based, and industry relevant education. You people are aware that curriculum has been revised to incorporate multidisciplinarity, and our syllabus was skill based, but even more practicals have been incorporated, and the industry tie ups have been kept in focus. Now, this changes emphasizes that our syllabus is going to be integrated with the technology, research, patient care, and practical training. And this can only be achieved if our faculty members are adapted to the changed teaching pedagogy as per the need of the hour. So, first and foremost thing is we need to change ourselves. We need to change the teaching pedagogy according to the student's need. The key changes I have gone through the syllabus, but the changes that I have seen, perhaps many of you have gone through and have seen many changes. But the major changes in NEP 2020 B.Pharm curriculum is the introduction of artificial intelligence, Python programming, bioinformatics has been introduced, AI has been introduced across all 8 semesters, mandatory internships. Internship was there in our curriculum in the third year, but if we accept the exit principle, then internship has made mandatory, and the research projects. Now, the fourth year will be based on research, and the total credit point is 170 to 191, distributed in 8 semesters. It shifts from traditional dispensing of medicines to the holistic training in regulatory affairs, entrepreneurship, and global standards like CGMP. It's a total overhaul of the existing syllabus. Some of the old topics have been kept, and many new things have been introduced. Greater practical hours. Greater practical hours, tutorials, and elective promote flexibility and credit accumulation. So the teacher's responsibilities include that they must deliver the updated content on an emerging technology, problem solving and critical thinking through case studies and hands-on training. So teachers need to have exposed to more such trainings and case studies so that students are exposed to those things. Teachers facilitate multidisciplinary courses, industry tie-ups for practical exposures, and continuous assessment via assignments and field visits. Now, these assignments were there in our earlier syllabus also, but field trips, if you have gone through the diploma curriculum, field trips were included. Now, in the B.Pharm curriculum also, field visits have been made mandatory in the focusing more on industry tie-ups and multidisciplinarity. Moving further, teachers must attend the workshop. See, it's not that PCI has changed the syllabus and you need to adopt yourself according to the changed pedagogy. PCI has taken initiatives to organize workshops, seminars, webinars in the coming 5 years or so, so that this new syllabus can be well versed with the faculty members. And it's a request to all the faculty members to look out the websites of the PCI and get yourselves engaged to those workshop seminars and webinars. And you need to equip yourselves for effective delivery of the new topics like pharmacovigilance, the role of computers in pharmacy, social pharmacy, etc., etc. Faculty training is an integral part on the new syllabus. They are being scheduled by PCI, focusing on technology adaptation and research integration in the coming 5 years or so, as I was saying. Emphasis on the lifelong learning of the faculty members, upskilling in digital tools and regulations. COVID has made us learn this digital knowledge, but this is more required in the case of changed curriculum of the Bachelor of Pharmacy. Teachers will thus become industry-ready professionals with ethical and innovative skills. And teachers also need to develop these kinds of competency that pharmacy teachers must develop competency in multidisciplinary teaching. AI, nowadays, AI and Python programming, we know that it is for the computer professionals. But nowadays, it has been made integrated across all semesters. So you have to have basic knowledge of Python programming, artificial intelligence, computer-aided drug designs, and other tools, statistical tools, etc., and other emerging technologies. And you need to have practical training also to deliver the revised NEP syllabus effectively. Now, these skills address the curriculum's focus on AI, research projects, internship, and industry relevant topics. They are on this four domain, that is a technology proficiency, pedagogical innovation, communication and soft skills, and professional development. So this, if the newly joined faculty members focuses on these four terms, that will be beneficial to deliver the revised curriculum in an effective way. If we talk about technological proficiencies, as I said, that you need to be computer savvy. You need to know Python programming, a little bit of bioinformatics, and computational tools for drug design. And teachers also need to integrate this into the daily lessons on novel drug delivery systems, data science, and precision medicines or personalized medicines, as we are talking about. Change in pedagogy is also required. We have adopted in change pedagogy immediately after or during the COVID, but this time many more changes are expected. One example can be of flipped learning, where pre-class sessions can be shared with the students. Students may be asked to prepare those lessons at their home, and they can come prepared for the next class, and they can take part in an interactive way. So this faculty should master experiential teaching learning methods, including case studies, hands-on training, and problem solving for clinical and industrial pharmacy. Competencies in continuous assessment, Then multidisciplinary collaboration with the science, arts, laws, and other areas which fosters research in ethics has now become essential. Teachers also need to improve on their soft skills and communication skills. This will enhance the abilities in patient counseling, healthcare, psychology, English and regional languages, instruction and entrepreneurship. Now, regional language is one thing NEP is giving focus on. I have seen many institutions where books, it's not available in West Bengal, but I have seen in other states that many books for the pharmacy curriculum are available in the regional languages like Hindi and all. So this practice is being encouraged nowadays. And also teachers need to have basic knowledge on entrepreneurship training, prepare teachers for the holistic student development. They must also handle communication for reports, presentations, and ethical pharma practices. Regarding the professional development, faculty need to attend PCI workshop seminars. This includes reskilling and upskilling of the teachers. Yes, it's true that we need to upskill ourselves. We need to know certain things that we didn't know, that is reskilling, so that it can help deliver the content effectively to our students. And also we need to tie up with the industry. Many a times this change syllabus talks of the requirement of pharma industry for the pharmacy students. Uh, Now this experiential learning, if we talk about this, how we can design. Pharmacy teachers design experiential learning for B.Pharm course by integrating hands-on activities. Simulations we do in the case of computer-aided drug designs, where drug targets are taken and PDB proteins are taken from PDB IDs, and how the activities QSR we have studied. It is purely computer based, where we are mimicking the activity of any particular drugs and pharmaceuticals in softwares. Internships and industry related projects as mandated in the changed curriculum. This approach emphasizes practical skill building over lectures. This focuses more on skill development than traditional classroom teaching. So the lab hour has been increased a little bit. Tutorials are added and real world applications in different areas of pharmacy. Nowadays, with the advent of this internet, you can give real world applications to the students. You can demonstrate certain things directly from the YouTube uh, through smart board and all. So this technology integration is teacher need to know along with the traditional knowledge of pharmacy. These core components, simulation labs and assessment strategies need to be worked out. The strategies include mapping the syllabus topics to experimental activities, more tutorials and practicals. Certain things we are telling to the students, and on the very same day, students must be allowed to have hands-on training on this theory that we are discussing to the students. Then partnering with the pharma industry and hospitals for internships so that skills are developed, and training of faculty via different workshops on tools like Python for data-driven experiments. Monitoring via rubrics, emphasizing skills like critical thinking and entrepreneurships can be done. Here, at this juncture, I'll stop. I'll move into a second domain and I'll ask the participants to unmute themselves. There is a small task. I'll expect some answer of this question. If you are asked to define and report back to your understanding the core product and process of revised pharmacy education, what will be your answer? in terms of changed pharmacy education, what is the product and what is the process? If anyone can answer, or you can answer in the chat box also. I'll wait for 1 minute and I'll proceed.
Participants are requested to interact with our respected speaker through chat box, or you can unmute yourself and you can talk to our speaker.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Actually, you have given the task perhaps the core product and the process means the product means the evaluation of the education system of the change scenario as per as per the integration of AI, that is artificial intelligence. Till now, you are depending on the natural intelligence. Natural intelligence means natural intelligence of the person kind, but now it will be helped in a big respect with the help of computer and softwares, that Python programming, etc., etc. And that is the process and product evaluation, I think, and that may help in basically in the database pharmacovigilance, or those companies which are making the big software tools, big software data bank for the for their in pharmacovigilance sector. So many things may happen.
Correct, sir. Sir, in a single word, can you answer that? What is the product and what is the process? If we talk about education, here in education business or education delivery, what is the product and what is the process?
Product is obviously the improved education system, and the process is through artificial intelligence, through better software implementation.
Let us make it even simpler.
Okay, sir.
Let us make it even simpler.
Okay, thank you for your kind approach to taking part.
The product is basically, we are talking about the skills and knowledge. Pharmacy, knowledge and pharmacy skills. And the process is anything. You can tell your students, you can show your students, you can try, and finally, you can teach the students. You can make the students understand what pharmacy is. So the process is can be telling, showing, selling, trying, and teaching. And the product is, of course, the skills and knowledge. This pharmacy education, based on the understanding of the two concepts. One is the tangibility. Any education, not for pharmacy education, if you talk about any education, it can be categorized or it can be assessed based on these two concepts, tangibility and standardization. Whether education is tangible, whether it can be standardized. Tangible, that we can touch, we can feel. And standardized means uniform or SOP driven process. I'll repeat, tangibility is like materials capable of being touched, having its physical existence. And intangible, not physical, incapable of being touched. So education is, can I expect an answer, tangible or intangible? What is education, tangible or intangible? Again, I'll ask Biplab Chakraborty sir.
Hello.
Yeah, education can be tangible or intangible.
Material capable of being touched.
Education is not.
Existence. No, it is not tangible.
Correct.
Education is not having any physical existence.
Education is intangible then, right?
Intangible thing, sir. Completely coinciding the approach with you, sir.
Right. Measuring the second part, that is standardization. Education, now this is a bit critical. Education, B.Pharm curriculum. It is standardized, homogeneous. Standardized means homogeneous, that is uniform, made up of identical parts, constant and standard. Second one is non-standardized or heterogeneous, not the same, made up of different parts. Here, think critically and answer that education can be is standardized or non-standardized, that is homogeneous or heterogeneous.
Yes, obviously heterogeneous. There are different types of education is there, no?
Yeah. In our previous talk also, I have floated the same question. People were saying that since pharmacy syllabus is uniform across the country, so it is homogeneous and standardized. But it's not, because if I am teaching the subject X, you are teaching the subject X, and someone else is teaching the subject X, the student's perception of the subject X is, of course, going to be different. So
Yeah,
education is non-standardized or heterogeneous. So keeping this
exactly.
in mind, let us place this system, four quadrant system, that is from standardized to non-standardized and from highly tangible to intangible. So our education will be on the top right quadrant, right?
Yeah, in the positive quadrant.
If this is right, positive, all positive quadrant.
Yeah, all positive.
So can we even go? Yeah. So there are four types of products. One is a car. Second one is a banking service. Third one is a meal at a restaurant. And fourth one, the syllabus or curriculum that we study at our college. How these four items can be placed in the picture? Can we? First one is a car. It is tangible or intangible? Tangible. And then it is homogeneous because the car is fixed, Range Rover. So it will be placed in all negative quadrant, that is standardized and highly tangible. The second one is the service that we receive from bank, like account opening. There is a standard format, but it is intangible. It cannot be touched. It cannot be touched with the fingers, cannot be seen. Third one is a meal in a hotel. Is the menu being fixed? Is it can be seen, but the taste can be different across different restaurant. And education is here. That is highly intangible and non-standard, that is heterogeneous. So this is the most critical thing that we as the pharmacy teachers are dealing with. Education is a highly intangible and heterogeneous kind of things, and that is why we need to provide students with an experience which gives them knowledge and skill, a non-standard production process. We are reliant on the teachers to provide a consistently good service for the students. And that is why good institutions or institutions which need to prosper rely on the teachers' ability, and they focus more on selecting good quality teachers, because if the teachers are good, then every other problems can be resolved at a later stage. That is, of course, my views. So the key challenges is the leadership and management of our people, our teachers, our staff, and get the leadership and management of the people right first, and the rest will follow. So we need to select good quality people to deliver effectively the B.Pharm curriculum. Third part, I'll summarize a little bit about the roles and responsibilities of the teachers in any university systems or in a multi-centric institutions. I have jotted down some of the points, and I have seen that if these are practiced, teachers can be a very good teachers. Faculty members are chiefly responsible for educational mission and academic standards of the institutions. Every institution has got a fixed mission and vision, and they try to maintain a good academic standards. And faculty members are the main responsible stakeholders of that. Faculty sets standards for its own qualifications, ethics, and performance. Willingness of the faculty members to judge itself rigorously determines its capacity to define universities or institutions' mission and to maintain its standards. So the basic responsibility of the teachers include the organizing classroom effectively, writing the lesson plan, assessing the students, providing instructions to the students, collaborating with other staffs in reference to curriculum development and implementations, interacting with the parents through PTM, parent-teacher meetings, and of course, the other administrative tasks given by the principal or head of the institutions. Nowadays, this administrative task has taken a major part of our pharmacy teachers with the advent of outcome-based education, of course, but we cannot deny that. We need to devote specific amount of time for the institutional administrative activities too. Additionally, senior faculty members have some specific responsibilities like peer evaluations of the faculties with special attention to their diligence in teaching and professional growth, faculty orientation of the newly joined faculty members. This can be done annually once or in every 2 years. That orientation of the newly joined faculty members in the institutions to know the norms and regulations of the institutions, to know the vision and mission of the institutions, and available for consultation and assistance in problems of both scholarships and teaching as junior faculty may require. So senior faculty has got these additional roles. So this faculty evaluation or appraisal framework, this includes in these three domains. One is teaching effectiveness, teaching and related duties performed by the teachers, scholarly and professional growth, that is the number of research publications, research and other creative activities, research guidance, etc., etc. And then thirdly, the service to the institutions, maybe university system, maybe professional and community service given by the faculty members. So these three parameters should be included in the faculty appraisal systems. Of course, different universities and institutions have their own set of norms, but these three things are generally kept into mind. So appropriate weightage on teaching, research, and service components are given. Teaching effectiveness should extend beyond classroom. An obligation to students goes beyond normal classes, like tutorials can be made. Then assessment of the student evaluation, assessment of efforts in developing new methods and materials suited to need of the students. And this teaching effectiveness can be assessed by this checklist. I'll quickly go through this checklist. Of course, different institutions has got different kinds of assessment criteria, as I've told, that provide personal approach with respect to teaching and assessment, comment on strength and weakness as indicated by student feedback or mid-semester feedback, then complete summary of teaching and related duties. Templates can be generated, UG, PG teaching, topic, year, level, student number, own contribution, lecture, designer, coordinator, etc. Information on feedback, honors, PG research supervision, then refer to new topics or course developed by the faculty members, curriculum reviews undertaken, and then identify leadership roles with respect to teaching areas, including leadership of others. Then identify teaching innovations and evidence of any impact from them. So these are the checklist for checking teaching. And then second one is research component, where new and creative scholarly contributions to the discipline, that is domain pharmacy, external evaluation of quality, includes professional journals, scientific reports, scholarly books and monographs, creative works, show and performance credit, improved instructional materials and methods, participation in activities of professional societies. So this can be assessed through this broad view of research and creative performance. You can have your own checklist so that in a semester system or year system, you can check yourself that how much you have contributed to this. That is real contribution to the advancement of knowledge. Then evidence of research and creative performance, where high quality research output, how many publications, participations, external research engagement, then PhD recently completed or submitted is also recognized as research activities. And then what is your role in collaborations with other industry or institutions for the benefit of your students? Did you play a leadership role in any of these projects? Don't look for your principals to do these collaborations. Go on collaborating with other organizations. I believe that your principal or head of the institutions will not be hindering that. If so, what was your role? Then research academic applicants who supervise research students. Third one is service to the institutions. That is, all full-time faculty share broad responsibility toward institutions. Effective service on departmental and university committees. Different committees are there across all institutions where you are placed and what is your role as a committee member or convener or coordinator. Then participation in other administrative activities such as governance, registration, admission, library, and cultural activities. Almost all the pharmacy institutions, excepting a few government institutions, teachers are generally engaged in this governance, registration, admission, library and cultural activities, placements, etc., etc. Contribution to the students' welfare through committees or as advisor to student organizations. So this has got several checklists, but major heads are university service or institutional service, professional service, community service. Ask yourself these questions. What is your contribution as a committee members of the institutions? What is your contribution to the profession? List all memberships of professional bodies, consultancies that you have made or you have tried. What community service you have provided during this assessment period. Now, to do this, teachers need to have some kind of freedom. One is academic freedom. A teacher is entitled to have full freedom in research and in publication of the results, subject to the adequate performance of other academic duties. Teachers are entitled to freedom in the classroom in discussing their subjects. Limitations of academic freedom because of religious and other aims of the institutions. Please keep in mind this point. These are helpful. College teachers or university teachers are the members of learned professions and officers of educational institutions. When they speak or write as citizens, they should be free from institutional censorship or disciplines. But their special position in the community imposes special obligations too. As scholars and educational officers, they should remember that the public may judge their profession and their institution by the utterances. Professional ethics are required by the teachers in this 5 domain. One is research, of course. Nowadays, research ethics is a part of PhD program also. Teachers are guided by dignity of knowledge and recognize the special responsibilities to devote their energies in developing and improving their scholarly competencies. They accept the obligation to exercise self-discipline. They must be ethical while teaching also. Teachers hold before the students the best scholarly and ethical examples. in disciplines. Teachers demonstrate respect for the students as individuals and avoid any exploitations, harassment, and discriminatory treatment to the students. We do it knowingly or unknowingly, we discriminate the students. That is very, very poisonous. Respect the confidential nature of the relationship between the professor and the students. With the colleagues, as colleague, teachers have obligations that derive from the common membership in the community of scholars. Teachers do not discriminate against or harass the colleagues. They respect and defend the free inquiry of the associates. Ethics in institution. As a member of an academic institution, teachers seek above all to be effective teachers and scholars. And finally, in the community, teachers are ethical. As a members of their community, teachers have the rights and obligations of their citizens. Teachers measure the urgency of these obligations in the light of their responsibility to the subject. We can summarize in this way that faculty members need to work extra hard to help out the students, extra classes and online doubt clearing sessions, more emphasis on assignments and continuous evaluation. Lecture videos may be uploaded. Many of the institutions are doing it is kept on LMS so that students who are skipping the class can have a glimpse of the lecture notes. Apart from that, as and when required by the students, they can have the lecture notes in the LMS. And the responsibility of the mentors has become even more important. Mentor-mentee program is being run by almost all the institutions. That helps the students a lot. So finally, these points, according to me, we should remember. First one is the power of communication. How good you are in addressing the student's problem, how good you are in addressing each and every student of the class. That is the power of communication. Then overcoming the nervousness. Yeah, of course, the new teachers, newly joined teachers, feel a bit nervous or awkward positions many a times. Yeah, I have also felt that students are generally nowadays finding questions in Google and they are asking the teachers to embarrass the teachers. Be courageous, don't get nervous. If you can answer it, fine. If you cannot, just tell the students that, okay, I'll check it and we'll answer. We'll discuss in our next class. So, your confidence is the major key. You can build your confidence by engaging the students. Make eye contact with all the students as much as you can. Weave relatable stories into your presentations using narratives that make your message memorable and impact. Encourage questions and provide thoughtful response to enhance audience participation. Yeah, here I must say that this offline and online session, if this session was offline, I would have been more happy so that I could interact with you in a better way. So these interactions or engaging the audience is a major role you need to take up. Use live polls in Google. This Zoom platform also allows to give live polls or surveys in online mode, so that you can you can keep updated that your audience are listening or sleeping. This is very, very important. Then selecting visual aids, of course, it helps enhancing your presentations. You can take help of YouTube videos, clips. You can take help of AI. Nowadays, AI is doing 3 hours job in 3 minutes. And with your knowledge inserted into that, you can have a good presentation, very good presentation, so that you can address all the queries to your students. Effective delivery techniques include the variation of your voice, reflection of the tone, and control of the volume. Effective body language, of course, this can be assessed in offline mode, where we can have meaningful eye contact, purposeful gesture, and maintain good posture, control of my expressions. Next is navigating question and answer. In any session, it's not customary. You must also include at least 5 to 10% of your session's time for interacting with the participants. You may or may not answer all the questions of the participants, but question and answer session is a must. You need to stay calm, you need to listen actively, you can pause and reflect and maintain eye contact. Of course, you need to know the materials that you are going to deliver to the students. Make a rehearsal that how you will deliver the content. Anticipate common questions and rehearse your responses. Speaking impact, of course, how good you are in speaking, your ability to communicate effectively will leave a lasting impact on the audiences. Effectively communicating in with the experiences, values, and emotions of those listening. You can have these rubrics prepared for your dynamic delivery also. This is an example. Of course, it is obtained in internet. This 4 or 5 parameters you can keep. That is student attendance. What is your target? What was actual engagement duration? What was the time you have given? What is the time you have taken? Question and answer interaction, positive feedback, rate of information retention. You can ask some of the question in the next class regarding the earlier classes so that this retention can also be assessed. So you can prepare these small rubrics on your own so that you can also assess yourself as well as you can assess your students. Then one of the goals of effective communication is to motivate your audience. Finally, rehearsal. Consistent rehearsal will strengthen your familiarity. Refine delivery style, your pace, tone, and emphasis. You need to work out. It's not possible to gather all the capabilities in a single day, but try. That is the only way. Timing and transitions. If you've given time 1 hour, you need to finish it within 1 hour. Practice audiences. Enlist colleagues to listen and provide feedbacks. Same, like the same we were doing during our students. That check yourself how you are delivering the content. Of course, you seek feedback from your audiences, reflect on the performance, explore new techniques, set personal goals, iterate, and adapt. So this metric can also be prepared regarding the engagement of the participants, like the interactions here. If I can go back in the whole session, I have only one interaction. The target, if I can keep the target 1, I have achieved 1. Knowledge retention, of course, this will be assessed in the next session. And then post presentation survey, then how you are referring to my lecture to others, to your institutions, and the collaborating opportunities. Make friends, seek help from the professional colleagues, make him as or her as a friend for the betterment of your students. So with this, I'll conclude and I'll be happy to have questions related to the topic that I have delivered. I hope I have finished in time. Yeah, it's 2:49.
Yes, sir. So participants are requested. You are having any question, you can ask, sir. Sir, there is a question in the chat box.
Yes, I am reading it. Good
So
afternoon, sir. How can early career faculty strategically plan scholarly activities to balance research output with teaching innovation?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely very good questions. I must appreciate. Oh, it's Omlan. Thank you for
Yes, sir.
this question. That is, it's a
Thank
perfect
you.
balance between the teaching innovation. You have talked about the innovation in teaching and at the same time plan scholarly activities. Now, nowadays the time is very, very short. People are expecting to do 2 hours job in 2 minutes. That is the fallacy nowadays. Otherwise, according to me, a student, when he is converted to a teacher, must be given at least 3 to 5 years of time to be a good communicator, to adopt
Yes.
the already existing pedagogy that is available in the market. Then and only then he can be a very good teacher. Nowadays, in every semester, the teachers have been asked to teach different subjects. This is absolute rubbish, according to me, of course. Teachers need to be free on their thinking. Teachers need to be given classes based on their ability, so that teaching innovation can be done. First of all, see, as a student, we do not learn anything. As a teacher, when we are going to the class to teach a topic, we are learning. At the same time, if a newly course, after say 1 or 2 years of teaching, is engaged in full-time PhD or part-time PhD, whatever may it be, he can have a little glimpse on research activities. Small projects can be given to the fourth year undergraduate students, and then these projects can be extrapolated to the PG students. In our previous organization, we have one very beautiful things you can practice that was called as skillex. A student need to was given a project and he need to demonstrate it with the help of a model. Now, this is not the end. In the next semester, that same model needs to be displayed by the same group of students with the additional thought process added into it. So, in this way, you need students' hand to think in a research minded way so that you can have time both in research growth as well as innovation in teaching. I hope I can clarify a little bit of the queries.
Sir, I hope participants don't have any queries rather than that. Indeed, it was a very good presentation and very informative one regarding the role of pharmacy teachers in the context of NEP
I take
aligned
1 minute,
syllabus.
Supradeep.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Dr. Biplab Kumar Chakraborty. Biplab sir has given one question in the chat box. I think I have
Yes, sir. There is a question.
given.
Another question.
Uh, Good
Research
afternoon, sir. Research
collaboration.
collaboration is an important part, as you mentioned already. How can it be made more effectively? Sir, according to me, it uh, how best you are keeping relationship with your peers, your research colleagues. That's it. And how, see, what is the DGPA or CGPA that we have achieved is the foundation uh, of my research credentials or research potentials rather, and then this can be nurtured with the help of keeping good liaison with a research labs only. This can be tried, and I have experienced it. It's good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, there is a small token of appreciation from our end, our technology. So I like to request our technical team to present the same to our respected speaker.
Yeah, you can be connected to me on this mobile number and email ID. I'll be happy. Very recently, I have come out from the pharmacy domain, but I love to be in touch with you all to
Absolutely.
discuss a little bit about the pharmacy. And I am thankful to Dr. Biplav once again for giving me this opportunity. I am stopping the presentation here.
Sure, sir.
Hmm.
Okay, sir. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
thank you,
for
thank you.
for this informative session.
Hmm. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
May I leave the session now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So with this, we are ending today's FDP session, and tomorrow on the scheduled time, we'll be back. So till then, means we are signing off.